Thank you, Cam. I'm here with Butch Martin, and Butch Martin is going to be talking to us today about the Labor Day dinner and dance. But first of all, sir, I want to thank you for all your years of service, all the time that you volunteered. I know that all the money and everything that you gave. So I know that you keep getting people to thank you, but I want to do it publicly and thank you very much for everything that you've done.
Well, thank you.
You were
a
gentleman and a scholar. I won't hold that against you, Butch, but you did a great job. So tell me about this Labor Day dinner and dance. It's for the department.
For the department, this is 25 plus years. Last year, they didn't have the dance. It was a multiple of reasons. Probably the hiring of the new personnel and just the changing of the guard.
Getting in and getting their feet wet so they know what's going on.
So they came to me and they voted to have it again, popular demand. And I said, I'll work with you, and I know a little bit about it. And
so here you are.
Here I am. And
so when is it going to take place?
It's going to take place Saturday, the 1st September.
Great.
And the big change is it'll be at the Italian Picnic Grounds.
Good.
And it was really moved up there for multiple reasons. Everybody has to realize now that Sutter Creek is a 24/7 working fire station, and it would be a little bit of an inconvenience to try to set up and interfere with the activities going on there. It's a little different than when it was just a volunteer station. And a lot easier on the personnel, on the setup and the tear down and the cleanup and everything, because everything's there at the picnic grounds. And I think once it catches on, it'll be fine. They've talked about running a possible shuttle for some of the people from downtown that need a ride up and back.
Great.
And it's just a nice setting. There'll be seating inside and out, and the band will be outside at the upper bar.
And it's a lot of fun. Everybody has a ball. I mean, they just have so much fun doing this, and it's a nice dinner, and it goes to a great cause. And tell our viewers about the cause and how this helps.
Well, through the years, it started out as a yard sale dinner, and it was a setup. We had a yard sale Saturday, tore down, had the dinner, set back up, had the yard sale Sunday, and all the funding went into the station. After the station was built, we bought a water tender, we bought a squad, a rescue squad, and not complete, but paid a good portion of those pieces of equipment. And we still buy specialty equipment, and there's just a never-ending cost of the equipment changes and the requirements that are needed, and that's where the funding goes.
And a lot of people don't understand, like with turnouts and things like that, you can't keep them forever. So many years you have to get rid of them and buy new ones. Am I correct?
That's very true. And you know, thanks to some of the state monies that came up on where you could go get equipment and rescue stuff, those monies have gone. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of free stuff out there anymore. So, and like you say, turnouts do wear, and it's several $1,000s.
And I think it's absolutely. I think it's a state requirement that after so many years you have to.
There are so many Cal/OSHA laws that it sent me under trying to keep up with it.
Yeah, and what I don't understand is that they've cut back. You would think that your fire services, your police services, your emergency preparedness services, you would think that those services should be the first one on the list. But unfortunately, they were on the chopping block, and people don't understand that you need fundraisers like this because you don't have the money to buy the special equipment. And where we live, fire is so dominant, especially during the season. We need this equipment.
Yeah, that's true. And it's just there's just not a lot of the funding out there is just gone. It's just not like it used to be, and these fundraisers it just makes the community. I think it brings them together to know that they do have volunteers, they do have paid folks in the station now. They do work good together, and it's a win-win situation for everybody.
You bet.
And they do use some of the, like the raffle money, and that goes towards our scholarship that they've had for years, and some of the youth athletics, and I think they support the AA trap shooters and
Great.
a few youth organizations like that too.
Good. So tell them again before we have to wrap it up. September
1st, dinner's at 6:30, dance to live music, the tune-ups. There'll be a DJ there for a little earlier, like we always do, and just be a lot of fun.
And where can they get their tickets?
Sutter Creek Fire Station, any of the firemen they know. I have tickets, and there's, I believe, 2 businesses downtown. And it's usually the last week as a big surge of tickets comes through.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And the tickets are how much?
$25 a person.
Great, which
Yep.
is nothing today.
Yep.
So that's great. Well, Butch, thank you, and thank you again for all your service and everything you're doing.
Yep.
Get out there September the 1st and help these people out because they need it. With that, we're going to go over to Cam, and I will be joining him shortly.
You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN.